Welcome to another episode of Bubba and the Old Man. Today we're doing a 2021 mock draft following week. What week was it?
I think it was like week 12.
Yeah, I think so. The Ravens and Steelers just played last night, so we were waiting on that so we could get the correct draft order as it sits right now. Without further ado, first round right here. Take off.
It's Trevor Lawrence. This is the most obvious number one overall pick.
Yeah, I got the same one. We'll go ahead and do them these two together.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He's one of the best prospects we've seen since Andrew Luck at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
He is a near perfect prospect, flawless numbers. I don't know if he's going to be an Andrew Luck or Peyton Manning level quarterback, but I think he's the most guaranteed to be at least a good quarterback we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, he's got great arm strength. He's got great anticipation. Sees the field really well. Looks off safeties.
And he's very athletic too.
Yeah.
I think he actually has better rushing numbers than Justin Fields in his college career.
He may have, but he's a beast. With the second pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select the other quarterback.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. I think in any other draft he'd be the number one overall pick at quarterback. I'm not sold on him.
Completely.
Yeah, I mean the talent's there. He's got great speed, great wheels. He runs very well. I'm not sold on the arm strength.
Yeah, that's definitely a question. But in Jacksonville, Florida, they don't have a lot of wind.
Well, and I'm not sold on the fact I think he at times tends to stare down his receivers.
Yeah, that too. But you can teach the eyes. Obviously, Trubisky struggled with that. That's just one of the first guys that came to my mind.
Yeah.
But he struggles. His eyes are kind of frantic. Fields can get that way too if he's trying not to stare down his receiver. And luckily, he's going to Jacksonville. Have a lot of really good receivers.
They do. They got DJ Chark, Diddy Westbrook, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his contract's up either this year or next year. They drafted, I believe, Chenault last year.
Yeah, Laviska Chenault.
They got a really good running back, James Robinson. The offensive line has played decent.
Yeah. And this draft, in my opinion, is loaded with offensive line talent, so they can second, third, fourth round still get good quality at the offensive line position.
Yep. Same pick again.
All right. My number one overall player on my board, Penei Sewell to the Bengals.
Perfect. Another player that's almost completely perfect.
Yeah.
One career sack. 1,300 snaps.
This reminds me of, I know you wasn't alive because I was young, the Orlando Pace pick. I mean, this is, if Trevor Lawrence is surefire, this right here is all pro.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Penei Sewell has all the tools. I believe he opted out this year.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he didn't have to take a snap. He could have come out last year and been the first tackle taken.
Yeah, obviously. But one career sack in his entire college football career. The only thing is his footwork could get slightly better, which honestly gives you even more hope for this kid. Because the fact that he gives up one sack in his entire career and his footwork can still get better is honestly incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
6'6", I think, right? 6'6",
Yeah.
325.
He is a beast. He played against Auburn. You know, Auburn had Marlon Davidson coming off the edge. Big Cat coming in behind him. I don't know where Auburn finds them, but most years Auburn's got an excellent pass rush, and this dude just handled them.
Yeah.
And here we are, first one that's different. I got Micah Parsons going to the Cowboys. He's 6'2", I think 245. Cowboys, they need linebackers. Vander Esch and what's the other one? Smith, I think.
Jalen Smith.
They can't stay on the field. And I don't care how great you are at your position. If you can't stay on the field, you're useless. They're both very good players when they're on the field. I think Vander Esch is a beast.
Yeah.
When he's on the field, but if you can't stay on the field, we got to get somebody in here that can. I hate the Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but to do this, you got to be impartial, and I, for me personally, think this is the best pick for the Cowboys. I actually would love this spot right here to trade down, acquire some more picks, and you can maybe get a first round corner and a late first round linebacker or something. You can pick up more stuff that you need. I think with a solid linebacker that can stay on the field and another corner, this team might be looking at playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely want them to trade down. If they don't trade down, I think you should get corner Patrick Surtain. I think you should most definitely trade down because your defense is honestly like one of the worst I've ever seen. Like in a league that's full of pass-heavy teams, you got to get corners, and that's why I have them going Patrick Surtain. I think he's a shutdown corner. You can put him across from Trevon Diggs, who's had some very good games this year.
He's had some very bad moments.
Yeah, but he's a rookie. But
yeah,
he might actually be better at safety. Might be better as a ball hawk.
He might.
That team is terrible in pass defense. But with Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch at your linebackers, if you could somehow get a way to keep them healthy, your linebacker core is set.
Yeah.
So I think you need to get a pass defense. And there's no safeties I think that should go first round in this draft. Otherwise, I'd have them go to safety.
All right. Now we got another difference of opinion. I got the Chargers taking Kwity Paye. I really, I understand Gregory Rousseau and the whole reason he opted out, and I have no problem with it. But you opted out, and you allowed Kwity Paye to come in and play, and he's the best.
He's flown up draft.
Yeah, he is the best pass rusher right now in college football, in my opinion.
But it worries you when you have a guy like that who's first 3 years and then his fourth year, or
like
2 years.
Everything clicks,
And on a team with no talent, somebody had to get to the quarterback.
It also worries me when you have a kid that comes out of nowhere, flashes for 15 and a half, 16 sacks.
Yeah.
And then you see nothing the next year. So you don't know, is he going to get better? Is he going to regress? Is it the competition he's playing?
Yeah, both guys are unpredictable.
What? But for me, I'm going to take the one that I have the most film on, and that's Kwity Paye.
I think their main need is a left tackle. And Samuel Cosmi played for a Texas team that threw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And he was protecting a quarterback that goes through his reads very slow. But he's a very mobile quarterback. And Samuel Cosmi, I just think he's the perfect option here. Darisaw is probably a better tackle, but this guy, for a team that wants to throw the ball a lot and has a running back who's more of a receiver, a team that's probably going to have a quarterback that slings the ball around in Justin Herbert. So I think that you have to get a left tackle because they don't have a left tackle.
Well, I could see them the Chargers going a bunch of different ways. The reason I have them going edge is because I don't think they're bringing Melvin Ingram back. And they got, Owusu or something?
Uchenna Nwosu, I think.
Yeah.
They drafted him a couple years
ago. And he's played good when he's got on the field, but I think Kwity Paye is the pick.
Yeah, and I could see them wanting to replace Melvin Ingram because he's not going to play forever.
Right. I don't see him playing for the Chargers after this year.
I just think Cosmi, I just think he's the best option.
All right, next up is the Philadelphia Eagles. This right here was a team I racked my brain on. I thought about throwing them a quarterback here. Yeah. I thought about throwing them offensive lineman.
They just drafted Jalen Hurts last year, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's the future. I thought about throwing them some defensive players, and I finally landed on Carson Wentz has to have some weapons. Ja'Marr Chase comes off the board. I got Ja'Marr Chase to the Philadelphia Eagles because it has been a revolving door at wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. They get them in, and then they put them on the bench, and they bring somebody else in.
Yeah, this year Fulgham has been their best receiver. Last year, Greg Ward was it was either Zach Ertz or he was throwing to Greg Ward.
Yeah. So I got Ja'Marr Chase. I feel it's a can't miss.
Yeah.
I think he's not hands down, not head and shoulders better. Devontae Smith keeps going the way he's going. I think this pick could be Devontae Smith. Because that kid is absolute beast, and when you let him get behind your secondary 10 yards, he makes you pay.
Well, that's just because we have PTSD. But Christian, I have them Carson Wentz has been the most sacked quarterback this year. He's been sacked like 47 times, so you have to have a left tackle.
And I almost went tackle, and I know it's the same for tackle and wide receiver in this class. I think you can get good quality second, third round, fourth round.
Yeah,
but you only get a chance at a talent that I believe Jamar Chase to be once. So Penei Sewell's off the board. If he was there, he would have went. So I had him going Jamar Chase.
Yeah, but both their tackles have been hurt this year, and I think Lane Johnson is probably going to be gone next year because I think this is back-to-back years he's had serious injuries. They didn't want to bring Jason Peters back, but their left tackle got hurt, and I think they're just going to bring him back, and I think they're going to get rid of Lane Johnson, and I think Darrisaw can step in next year and immediately be solid. Andre Dillard's the guy. I just looked that up. That's the left tackle.
All right. With number 7, the Carolina Panthers select Patrick Surtain II. Just a beast. Shut down corner. Do it all.
And I could see Caleb Farley going here. But Micah Parsons, I think, I don't see him falling this far. And if they're not wanting to take Parsons this early, I think that somebody will come up and trade with him to get Micah Parsons. Yeah. I just can't see him falling any farther. I couldn't make myself have him fall any farther.
You couldn't in good conscience make him fall past 7.
Yeah, and Shaq Thompson, he's either been hurt or I haven't heard much about him this year, and they've had Jeremy Chin
coming down in the box.
In the box, I don't know if it's that linebacker, if they're just playing a 5-2. But I just think, you get a great pass rusher, a guy who I compare to Von Miller, or the guy I watched compared to Von Miller. I just can't have him falling any farther than this.
That's understandable. I got him picking Surtain because you can never have too many weapons that can go out on the island by themselves and shut down a receiver, get you a pick, knock the ball away, play the next down.
I'm just banking on Dante Jackson improving next year. But I think, I'm pretty sure they're more of a zone team. They're more of a zone defense than a man.
They might be.
I don't know. I don't watch the Panthers. But I just remember Josh Norman was a strictly zone corner.
I think with Surtain, you can do any of the above.
Yeah, but I don't know.
If
I'm not a football guru. I don't know.
If you want to go all out blitz, leave your corners on the island, I have no fear with Surtain out on that side.
And his dad was really good too.
Yeah, he was. With number 8, I got the football team, Washington football team, taking the second best offensive tackle in this class, in my opinion, Christian Darrisaw, out of Virginia Tech. Just a beast.
Yeah.
A road grader. I know they've had good offensive line play this year. I feel that Alex Smith right now is the best thing for this team. They need that veteran leadership. And I think they keep him and they try to get the best quarterback out of next year's class. Because the football team they've been bad for a while. I think the last time they were really good was with RG3.
No, I think they made a decent little playoff run with Kirk Cousins. They got a wild card win.
Yeah, but I can't remember his name. I think it's like Howell or something like that.
Sam Howell.
Yeah, I think they try to get him next year. Maybe trade up something. Try to shore up their franchise with the best quarterback in next year's draft.
Yeah, but like we've said, you can get a good offensive line play in the second round, and their offensive line play has been very good this year. But I think Trey Lance coming in, and like you said, Alex Smith being the veteran guy, I think this could be a Ryan Fitzpatrick type situation where if Trey Lance is good enough, he'll come in midway through the season and start playing for this team.
You mean Alex Smith, where I'm gonna groom my replacement?
Yeah, Alex Smith's just that type of dude, and he's been this year, but obviously every snap this man takes is a miracle.
Yeah.
Regardless.
After the injury he sustained.
Yeah. I think this Trey Lance is going to be able to come in. He's going to play solid whenever they turn the reins over. He doesn't turn the ball over. And
I got Trey Lance going way further down.
But I think somebody's just going to take him just because.
Take a chance on it.
He's had like one career turnover.
Two.
Oh, he fumbled too?
No, he had 2 interceptions, I think, in the game he played this year.
Well, I thought it was only one. But, very athletic.
Yeah, only 1 year of game film.
And I just really think Ron Rivera wants to get his guy.
He might.
I hope they make the playoffs, though, so I don't know if they're even going to be picking here.
With the 9th pick, the Detroit Lions select Jalen Waddle. Kid's just a beast.
Yeah.
He's a burner. I see him as strictly a slot receiver. I do not see him going outside.
Yeah.
I put him in the slot, linebacker, safety. He's a complete mismatch.
Corner, he's just going to run past them. Whoever they put on him is going to run past them. And he can go up and get the jump ball, too.
He can. I think he's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, but he's
on
just
a good day.
He's so explosive.
He's an athletic freak. Trust me, not a Bama fan, but I've watched him chew my defense up. Auburn beat them last year, and this kid went off still. Punt return, touchdown, 2 receptions, burned the defense. He is just a beast.
And don't get it twisted either. This is not like Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs needs a lot of work. This kid doesn't need any work, really. He can step on.
He is a very polished route runner.
Very polished. He can do. Henry Ruggs is just really fast. This kid has phenomenal route running. He can go up and get the jump ball.
Return kicks. He's
return kicks, punts,
quick twitch moves.
He could be Deshaun Jackson, and then his route running is like Antonio Brown. His returning is like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he's all around beast.
He's getting this name as fast receivers. People are just like, he runs really fast. I don't know. I guess it's just kind of like the thing with fast receivers. People just expect them to just be fast. He's a really good route runner too. But I have him going Rousseau.
Gregory Rousseau.
I have them putting him across from Trey Flowers. I think Rousseau's like 6'7", 265.
He's a beast. Gets after the quarterback really well.
They just got rid of Matt Patricia. Thank God. I can't stand Matt Patricia. They got rid of their GM. This new dude's going to come in. He's going to get this guy. That defense is going to be great. And they're finally going to win games. Because this Detroit team is really good. Like, they have a lot of great talent. Just can't get a good coach in there. They fired the last guy who went 9-7, like 2 years in a row. They fired him. Matt Patricia came in, won like 9 games in 2 years.
Pick 10, the Atlanta Falcons, Gregory Rousseau. This team don't need a lot. They've been on the cusp of winning a lot of games. They could have beat the Cowboys. They should have beat the Bears. They just need a little pass rush help.
Some corners?
Well, the corner they picked up in the first round last year, I can't remember his name. AJ Terrell. He's played really well.
I think if they'd have kept Trufant, they'd have been able to not think about corner. I don't have to go corner, but they really need some deep help.
Yeah, and I think they can get a corner, maybe jump back up late first round, jump up early second round. I think you're still gonna have like Asante Samuels still be there. Not Eric Stokes, but the corner across from him in Georgia. What's his name?
I can't remember. I think I have him going first round.
Oh, you have both corners from Georgia going? I don't think I have both of them. I might.
There's a lot of good corners.
Yeah. I'm not as high on Sean Wade as a lot of people are. I think he's a slot corner.
That's very valuable.
I don't think he's very good on the outside, which I could be wrong. Yeah. I have been wrong before in the past, and good for them.
But I have him drafting the other pass rusher, Kwity Paye. Been really good this year on a bad Michigan team that's probably going to fire their head coach. But I think he'll be a very good player. He'll be good with with Grady Jarrett. Deion Jones is a beast at middle linebacker, so they don't have to go middle linebacker. They have one really good corner, I think, in Terrell. I think this is going to be a good team next year. I think they're going to win some games. I don't think they're going to draft Matt Ryan's replacement just yet, even though I think they should next year or the year after. I think they're going to give it one more go with a new coach, with that core of Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Zacchaeus, all those good corners. I think they have Hayden Hurst at tight end. Decent offensive line, just need good defense.
Yeah. With the 11th pick, I have Tua reunited with, in my opinion, his best weapon, Devonta Smith. Just, this kid really go whole season 10 or under drops. Them hands don't let nothing go.
Way under 10 drops. I think it was like 2.
No, I'm talking about in the NFL level. I'm speaking in the future. He can go with that few drops in the NFL, I think. I am super high on this kid.
He won't shut up about it.
He's like right there being my number 1 receiver off the board. He's electric. I mean, some of the catches he's made, the catch in the back of the end zone against the Georgia Bulldogs, nobody else, I think, in the country could have made that catch.
I don't think many people in the country could have made that throw either.
But that kid, and it would have been good in the NFL. He got both feet in bounds.
I'm going to edit that out.
Oh, okay.
I have him going.
Anyhow,
dang it,
kid is a beast.
I messed it up. And yes, I did have this man falling intentionally because I like the story. I have him going Jalen Waddle. Or Waddle, whatever his name is. I like the story. I'm easily pleased. I just think it'll be a good story to have him going there with Tua. Don't judge me. But I think Waddle, or Waddle, whatever his name is.
You can't go wrong either pick because both of them are great receivers.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. I mean, it's just they're both great receivers. For my money, I would take the man and Devonta Smith.
With the better hands.
Well, yeah, with the better hands, but you can put on the outside, or you can bring him in right now with the 2 receivers that the Dolphins have in Parker and what's the other one?
Preston Williams. I think they still got Albert Wilson.
You can have them on the outside, put Devonta Smith in the slot. He can play the slot, he can play the outside. It don't matter. He's done it all at Alabama.
I think he has the surest hands in them. And most definitely, I think he has the
surest hands. I mean, he's great with the catch, making the catch. He's great after the catch. I mean, this kid, I'm sorry, I've been pounding this drum ever since his freshman year at Alabama. This kid is the best receiver in college football, and I think he's going to go to a long, illustrious career in the NFL. Good Lord willing, he stays healthy. He is a beast. He is that good. All right, I got the Denver Broncos taking Caleb Farley, DB out of Virginia Tech. Little injury history. I think earlier in the video I might have busted on him when I was actually talking about Shaun Wade. I got the names mixed up. When you look at as many names as we do, going through here and studying on them, sometimes they run together. But yeah, I think Caleb Farley's a solid corner. I think he's one you can put out on the island. I hope he stays healthy. I wish no ill will towards any of these players. I want them all to do great things in the NFL, but I got Caleb Farley going, just a good shutdown corner from Virginia Tech.
Yeah, the only problem is he played quarterback in high school and started his career as a receiver. So, Igbahogany, or whatever his name is, started to struggle a little bit because he's not a pure corner.
Yeah.
But, having those receiver abilities really helped Richard Sherman.
Right.
Because but Richard Sherman mainly played zone. I think the Broncos like to play a lot of man.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio is a lot man up. And let your big dogs eat.
Richard Sherman still does not have good technique at all. He looks so awkward.
No.
But he can read it, and he's a ball hawk.
He is, and he's got great hands.
Because he played receiver. But I have him going Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, mainly because Drew Lock has been terrible, and I'm upset about that because I was really high on Drew Lock. Drew Lock has been awful. Not as bad as Kendall Hinton was, but Drew Lock's been terrible. There is really nothing else I can say about it. Zach Wilson's outside of Trevor Lawrence, I think he's the purest passer in the draft, but he's only had one good year in college.
Right, and what was that? It was like a 60-yard bomb against somebody off the back foot. He dropped it in a bucket.
Yeah, that is reminiscent of Aaron Rodgers level. He might need to be groomed a little bit like Aaron Rodgers, but the arm angles changing, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Really athletic like Aaron was.
Really, really high boomer bust.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no middle ground, but I love him as a prospect. I really do.
He can make plays. He might not be the most head guy, like, as far as reading plays, but he knows how to, he's very instinctual. He can make the right play, and he can get out of trouble.
One thing I've noticed about him is he's really good at throwing the ball and putting it in positions where he don't lead his receiver into contact. He's trying to lead his receiver away from contact. All right, well, pick 13. I got Chicago Bears taking Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
I don't think he falls this far, but as far as my board, the way it played out, he did. So, Bears need a quarterback. We obviously know that Nick Foles sucks.
Not it at all. Trubisky's not really it at all.
No, unless you get a witch doctor, voodoo doctor, or head shrink or something to come in there and talk to Mitch. He's a one-read quarterback. And his eyes lock on Allen Robinson. 75% of the time, double covered, triple covered, have the whole defense around him. He's going to throw it to Allen Robinson.
All right, I have him going to Jamar Chase, though, because I think they're going to lose Allen Robinson this summer. And I don't think that your boy Ryan Pace, who's not really your boy, but I don't think he wants to admit he's wrong. I think
Ryan Pace is going to be gone. I think Ryan Pace, Matt Nagy, both are going to be gone.
Yeah, I think Matt Nagy's going to be gone, but I don't know if they're going to have the balls to get rid of.
You got to. Those two are tied at the hips because Nagy was his guy. That's who he wanted. He beat that drum.
I think the owner is the one that's going to call the shots, right? On firing the GM.
Well, what's her name? Miss Eloise or Miss Elizabeth or whatever her name is. I don't know if she really has a whole lot of say-so in it. I think she kind of just
They just like vote him out, like.
No, I think she just kind of sits back and allows the people she hired under her to do her work.
But who's gonna fire him if he gets fired?
Whoever's over him, president of the team. I can't remember his name, his or her name.
I don't know about any of this stuff, but he's probably gonna look at it and be like, oh, okay, he drafted Roquan, he made this deal for Khalil Mack, he got Allen Robinson.
And Ryan Pace, it shows. He's great when it comes to drafting defensive talent. He drafted Cole Kmet, and I don't think Matt Nagy likes Cole Kmet because up until here recently, Kmet wasn't getting a whole lot of plays, but it's inevitable. Jimmy Graham sucks. You have to play him. He's the best option. Ryan Pace has failed miserably drafting
That's hard talk.
offensive linemen. He's done nothing to help the offense outside of signing Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
drafted Eddie Jackson.
Yeah, but still, okay, yeah,
Packers dealt with this too. Our guys could draft offensive talent, couldn't draft defensive talent to save our life.
You know, so I think they're both gone. They're going to get a new GM in there, and he's going to get his guy at quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it as I just think they're going to get rid of Matt Nagy, and whoever comes in is going to be stuck with Nick Foles because Ryan Pace don't want to admit he's wrong, and Ryan Pace is going to go out there. You're going to draft Jamar Chase to be the number one.
And that's all well and good if that happens. I mean, you know, like I said, I believe you can get good quality depth at offensive line in the second round.
First time 6 pick 3, we got the same guy.
Wyatt Davis going to the Minnesota Vikings, shoring up that interior of that offensive line. It's not been really good.
Yeah. They drafted a tackle last year from Boise State, right?
Ezra Cleveland.
Yeah. They had him playing right guard against the Packers. But I don't know much about Minnesota. I don't really pay attention to them. I hate Minnesota. But I think this is the best pick because I looked at their depth chart. I was like, okay, this guy's good and this guy's good, but this guy's really bad. So I just took the guy that was really bad.
Yeah, I didn't look at it that way. I looked at what they needed and how their offensive line's played so far.
I didn't want to just look at this website, though.
If you select Wyatt Davis, then you can move Ezra Cleveland back to the tackle spot.
Is it?
And you got Wyatt Davis. He can play center or guard, either guard position. It don't matter. It feels you fill three needs with one pick, you know.
And I just think this is probably the best pick available. I think they went out and they drafted Cameron Dantzler last year, who I think is going to be a really good corner. They obviously have Harrison Smith. I don't know if they're going to extend Anthony Harris or not. But like I said, there's really no good safeties in this draft.
Yeah.
In the first round, I'm sorry, Morey or whatever his name is, I think he's going to be really good. And there's a couple other safeties I like. But none of them I think are first round talents.
Right.
So I just have them going Wyatt Davis, who's one of the top guys on the board. And
you can never, the Indianapolis Colts are a prime example. You can never stack up enough
at offensive
line depth.
Yeah. So I just think Wyatt Davis, he's the best interior offensive lineman in this draft. And like you said, you can never have too much offense.
All right, with the 15th pick, I think we got the same one here. I got the New England Patriots taking Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. Just a beast.
Yeah, he's really good tight end. And I could see them going receiver here, but I also couldn't because Bill Belichick.
They get their mini Gronk.
But I could see him going quarterback. I could see him going Trask or Mac Jones, but I just don't know.
I don't see Belichick reaching.
But Belichick, knowing Belichick, he's just going to trade this for a second and a fifth. He's going to find Tom Brady.
Good possibility.
I will never doubt Bill Belichick a day in my life.
All right, with 16th pick, I got the San Francisco 49ers getting another corner to add to their stable of corners. I got them taking J.C. Horn. I think J.C. Horn has shot up boards. I think he's just a beast of a corner. He obviously tore up Auburn this year.
Yep. That happened a lot, though.
Yeah.
I have him going Caleb Farley because I think Caleb Farley could be the best corner in the draft. We talked about him earlier. Pretty raw, but I think he'll be a good corner in the league, and that's really the only thing San Francisco needs besides quarterback.
Yeah.
Again, same guy.
Yep, with 17th pick, the Raiders take Joseph Osai, edge. They got to do something to get a pass rush better than what they got. They whiffed on the pick in first round.
Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah.
He's been a solid rotational player.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He comes in, gives them a little spark, and then goes back out. Coming out of college, I never thought that guy had the motor,
Yeah.
Kind of like, I liked it when Derek Brown come back to Auburn to show that he does have that motor to where he can give you 100% every play.
Yeah, but guys don't do that. That's not smart. If you projected first round, never go back.
Well, I understand that, son.
But the only thing I really think the Raiders need, because they got gritty corners, gritty safeties, gritty linebackers. Not a lot of big names, but Osai just gives them that guy who can come in and rush the passer. Because Carl Nassib's a good pass rusher. He's a solid pass rusher. But he was a freaking backup in Cleveland.
Right.
Not even behind Myles Garrett. That was like the bad Cleveland. But Joseph Osai is just a really good pass rusher.
Yeah.
And he's got a really cool name.
Yeah. All right, with the 18th pick, I got the Ravens taking something they desperately need. And that is a tallish receiver that go up, catch jump balls. He's got decent speed. Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Same position, different guy. I got him going. Devontae Smith. Because Devontae Smith's one of the most precise route runners in college football. Phenomenal hands. This is really the only thing they need. This and a quarterback coach that can teach Lamar Jackson how to move in the pocket. He needs a lot of work on his footwork, but with Ronnie Stanley coming back next year, they got Orlando Brown. They got a good interior offensive line besides Marshall Yanda. He's retired. But this just gives them a guy that Lamar can confidently throw to.
Yeah. All right. Had the rotator set up because
my dog's spoiled.
Yep. All right. I got the New York Giants picking 19th, and they're taking Samuel Cosme. I have them moving him to the left and moving Andrew Thomas to the right. It's not that I think Andrew Thomas can't play the left. He's done a solid job, I guess, this year. I just think Samuel Cosme is a better left side fit, and they like to run the ball a lot with Saquon, so that's why I have them taking him and moving Andrew Thomas to the right.
I really think that the Giants could really help their team by getting a better quarterback. But they're picking 19th, so I haven't taken Jalen Mayfield, a right tackle, because I think Andrew Thomas is a really good left tackle. I think that he's just a really good offensive lineman on a terrible offensive line. But with Joe Judge this year, he has really, really helped this team. They win. I don't know how they do it, but they win games somehow without their best player.
Daniel Jones playing better than you give him credit for.
I think the dude has more picks than he has touchdowns, Dad.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he has more. I think he's like 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. But they finished off the Bengals last week with Colt McCoy at quarterback.
Yeah, but I mean, Daniel Jones did all the damage. All Colt McCoy did was not turn the ball over.
But, yeah.
Lolo, can you don't?
Well, I really like this pick. I think Jalen Mayfield's just a good fit because he's right tackle.
I don't know. Jalen.
He drafted Andrew Thomas specifically because he was a pure left tackle.
No, they drafted Andrew Thomas, I believe, because of his versatility, because he started out on the right side and then moved to the left side.
I don't know.
All right, with pick 20, we got the Arizona Cardinals going Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa, linebacker out of Notre Dame.
Okay.
Isaiah Simmons has played well when he's been in there.
He's really needed time to develop.
I think this kid can come in straight out of college, jump right in, because he's not being asked in college to play 52 different positions. I still believe in Isaiah Simmons. I still believe he's a great talent, and I believe he's going to have a long career once they figure out where they want to play him.
Yeah, I'm making a change to mine. I'm trying to remember that I made this change, but yeah, I'm going to have him going here too. I originally had him going to Tennessee, but I'm going to have him going here now because I think that that's a good analysis on that.
All right, at 21, I got the Bucs taking a need. If the Bucs have a need, Ndamukong Suh's not getting it done. Ndamukong Suh's not getting it done. I got him going interior defensive lineman with Jay Tuafele.
I like that pick, but I think they really need corners because Carlton Davis has struggled at times being a top corner. Jamel Dean also struggled, so I have him going J.C. Horn. I really like him most because of the way he trash talks. But like I saw him trash talking Seth Williams the whole game, and he's just a gritty guy, not the most talented guy, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, I think he's got great talent.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
All right, here with pick 22, the Miami Dolphins. This is already their third pick.
Yeah.
I got them taking, I think this is how you say it, Elijah Vera Tucker, interior O-line.
Well, I have him also going interior O-line, but I have him going Creed Humphrey. I just think a guy who can play guard and center out of Oklahoma, of high pass level team. He's 6'5", and he's a center for a team that throws the ball a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you go wrong either way. In my analysis, Vera Tucker, just, for me, just a touch better, but, with these real thin razor edge ones, the combine will straighten all that out. All right, to the Indianapolis Colts, I have them what is that offensive lineman's name they got? I think he's going to retire either this year or next year.
Costanzo? I don't think he's going to retire.
Costanzo, yeah. I got them taking somebody they can let sit behind him or play somewhere on the offensive line. I got Rashawn Slater going, just a really good offensive lineman.
Lulu.
Best of my recollection, out of Northwestern, played at a high level. If it's the same one I'm thinking about, like I said, a lot of these names have started running together.
Yeah.
He had a really good grade when he went against who was it for Ohio State at the end?
Chase Young did.
Chase Young. Yeah, he had a really good grade against Chase Young last year.
I got Kyle Trask going here. I think he's probably going to get ridiculously overdrafted, and the Bears might take him. But if they get rid of Ryan Pace, they might take him there. But Kyle Trask, he's just a guy similar to Phillip Rivers. He can sit behind Phillip Rivers or Jacoby Brissett, depending on if Rivers decides to retire. It's crazy. I just think his story has helped him a lot. Last year, he had a lot of struggles, but everybody was like, well, he only had like one start since like his junior year in high school.
Yeah,
or something crazy like that.
Come out of nowhere. I think his family didn't even want him to go to Florida.
Yeah. I don't know a lot about Kyle Trask. I just know he surgically just killed us with Freddie Swain.
Yeah, just dink and dunk.
Yeah. Same guy again.
Dylan Moses to the Cleveland Browns. Bless his heart, this kid's been hurt just about every year he played college football.
Yeah, that's why he's fallen this far, I think. He might even fall to the second round.
Very good, instinctual, very knowledgeable quarterback of the defense, middle linebacker for Alabama. He was very, I think this year his stats have dipped a little bit because he's trying to make sure too much that he has everybody in the right place instead of trusting everybody to get in their position when he makes the call. And he's gotten called a couple times flat-footed, gotten called a couple times getting late to the hole on blitzing downs. But you get to the NFL, get a good D coordinator in your ear, get a good position coach telling you, you make the call, it's on them whether they're in their spot or not, and go do your job, and I think he'll be just fine. The kid's got great upside.
He said it all.
All right, with the 25th pick, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Jalen Mayfield, offensive tackle. I think this is about the range for him, in my opinion.
I just, so many teams need offensive tackle, and I know when in doubt, you draft the big ugly.
Yeah, he is big. He is ugly. But he's a good, solid tackle. I think he's done better this year than in years past, but he's on a bad team.
Yeah. I got Liam Eichenberg going here from the undefeated Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give a little love to the Notre Dame player.
Finally, first time since 2012, they actually have a chance to win a title. What's their coach's name again? Brian Kelly. This is what he does every 4 or 5 years. He'll have a really good team. But this is the same school that Q came out of.
Yeah.
Liam Eichenberg, he's been phenomenal this year. I think he's given up like one or two sacks.
I think they still have the same offensive line coach, too, that coached up Q.
Yeah. Like I said, when in doubt, you draft the big ugly. So, and he's really big. He's 6'6".
All right, New York Jets up again. They took their quarterback. They need everything. I got them going Eric Stokes, DB out of UGA. It's not flashy. He just does everything really well.
That's what they do at Georgia.
Just does everything really well.
Yeah, like you said, they need everything. So I took a receiver. Like you said, they need everything. So I got them going with Rashad Bateman. They need a wide receiver. They need a number one. Denzel Mims, when he's played pretty well, but he got hurt. And like we said last year, the dude only knows like 3 routes.
Yeah, I think They need a number one. They need everything. I think sometime in this draft, maybe early second round, take a tight end, and
at some point take a tackle and a guard and a center and another guard and another tackle.
Yeah, but what I was getting
never mind. They got Becton, but
get Lawrence a security blanket.
Yeah.
Get him a tight end that he can dump it off to. When you get in trouble, there's nothing like having that big tight end. You just dump it over the middle of the field to him and let him get 2 yards.
Yeah, one of my other drafts, I had him taking Fairmouth from Penn State.
Yeah, Fairmouth, however you say his name.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence likes to air it out.
Yeah, but you notice when the few times he gets in trouble at Clemson, he dumps it.
Yeah.
ETN, and I think it's a security blanket at Clemson.
I honestly, like, you could not go wrong. Like, they got Mekhi Becton at left tackle. The dude's like 7'5", 700 pounds.
It's huge.
Yeah. But they literally need everything else. Like, they got C.J. Mosley, but they're probably going to trade him. They traded Avery Williamson. I don't see many bright spots on that team, like, at all. They could take any position.
They have.
And I would not be upset.
They have started and stopped and started and stopped this rebuild.
For years.
They need to just see it through and see where it goes.
Like, when they had...
But they're stuck in purgatory like the Bears because I think they're going to fire Adam Gase.
Obviously. The biggest douchebag head coach in the NFL.
I don't think they know what they want.
Like, when they had that really good defensive head coach...
Rex Ryan.
Yeah, Rex Ryan. They were stable. Mark Sanchez would usually make the right play.
As long as he didn't butt fumble.
He would. They had a good running game, and their defense was elite. They need to pick something and stick to it. When they hired Adam Gase, they wanted to go heavy offense. They got Sam Darnold. They went and they were trying to be this heavy offensive team. Now I don't know what they're going to do. What are they going to go get Eric Bieniemy?
I don't know why they took Adam Gase outside of one good year with
Peyton freaking Manning.
I mean, my God, we could have coached Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton Manning. I guarantee he called half the plays. Like, they literally don't know what they're doing. But I'm done with my rant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, now the Tennessee Titans. I got them taking Creed Humphrey, interior O lineman, center.
Yeah.
Play guard. Tennessee Titans don't really need a whole lot, but whenever in doubt, pick up a big ugly. I do think they need just a little bit of help on their interior offensive line. That's just my opinion.
One thing they desperately need is edge rusher because they can't pass rush for nothing.
Yeah,
they got rid of
they're
Vic
dominating.
Beasley. They're very inconsistent because of this terrible, terrible defense they have. They got a good corner, Desmond King from the Chargers. They have solid corners, decent linebackers, but what they really need is a pass rusher. Jadeveon Clowney, he's more of the guy that they got to rush the passer, but he only had one good year in college where he rushed the passer. I don't know why he's being considered pass rusher. He's very good in the run game. What they need is a pass rusher. That's why I have him going Azeez Ojulari from Georgia. I think this is the one thing they need. Derrick Henry next year. Again, gonna have like 300 carries.
Again, probably franchise tag.
No, they gave him that big extension.
That's right.
I don't know. Not many people talked about it, but he got like a 4-year, $60 million extension. So he's again gonna go into next year. They're gonna be another. You look like such a douchebag when you do that. But the one thing they need is a pass rusher. I like this Tennessee team. They play an old style of football.
I do. I love it. It reminds me of when I was a kid watching, everybody other than the Cowboys, the Broncos, and the 49ers play.
Yeah.
You line up and run it down their throat. All right, with the 28th pick, I got the Buffalo Bills taking Shaun Wade, putting him on the opposite side of the field of Tre'Davious White, but I think they wind up putting him in the slot.
Third straight year in Ohio State, corners went first round. No, second straight year, three corners going first round. Yeah, Shaun Wade, he's just a really good corner. I think he's going to be a solid corner. That's another thing that they
I think he's going to be a solid slot corner.
I could see him going running back here, maybe Najee Harris, because they really need a better run game.
Yeah.
But I don't see any running backs worth a first-round pick except ETN, and he's on the cusp.
Yeah, ETN's going to be special, though. All right, with the 29th pick, I finally think that Green Bay, slaps the shit out of their GM and says, give Aaron a weapon.
Packer fans are about to kill me.
And they take Terrence Marshall Jr., wide receiver.
I just don't think Goody's going to do it. But if you look at the receiver talent that's left, I don't know if it's really worth it unless they move up. I have him going Zaven Collins, and before Packer fans kill me, this guy is going to be the next Brian Urlacher.
I don't know about that.
I know, but 6'4", 260, pass. Look, listen. 6'4", 260, the mold of Brian Urlacher. Great pass, great in passing, defending the pass, great pass rusher. And outside of Dylan Moses, this guy is maybe better than Dylan Moses, but he's from Tulsa, so he's kind of getting looked over. Not much highlight tapes, but the breakdowns I've seen, the kid is special, like super special. And just so y'all know, I have the Packers taking a second-round wide receiver. We're not going to go into the second round. Hopefully, I'll have one out.
But listen, you can't just throw. That'd be like me saying Dylan Moses, the next Ray Lewis.
Well, Dylan Moses, Dad, you got to see this kid play. Like he played. Like I watch him, and I know Brian Urlacher's a pasty white dude, but this dude plays like him.
Well, I understand that, but Urlacher, oh my God!
People didn't know Urlacher was gonna be Urlacher.
Chicago did. They took him.
I don't know. Was he a high pick? I don't think he was a high pick, was he?
I think he was first round.
But this kid, I will show you, not just highlight, I mean actual film breakdowns of this kid. This kid is special.
Okay.
He looks like a defensive end playing middle linebacker, and he played middle linebacker, outside linebacker, edge rusher. He can play anywhere. Fire Mike Pettin, but this kid is going to be special. Even with Mike Pettin, I don't think Mike Pettin could mess this up.
We'll see. I think
I'm tired of watching Ty Summers and Kamal Martin and freaking Christian Kirksey try to tackle people.
I think your defense is all right. I think Devonta Adams needs some help.
I know, but I got him in the second round. I think I had him taking Olave, who's a really good receiver, and Alan Lazard is freaking phenomenal when he plays. Valdez Scantling
ain't worth a damn thing on the field.
But he's only had one injury. But Alan Lazard, I think he can be a number 2. But if they draft him, as long as they don't draft another quarterback, I'll be okay. But Kirksey's not the answer. At the very least, if he can just be a good middle linebacker, it'll be worth it. Because we saw what this defense was with AJ Hall.
All right, 30th pick, Kansas City Chiefs, Liam Eichenberg.
I think that's a solid pick. They need to, at some point, replace Eric Fisher.
And that's what I got him for.
Yeah.
That's why I picked him.
Eric Fisher can't play forever.
Yeah.
Even though it seems like he can.
His play this year, if you watch him, he is for every 3 good snaps, you get 2 bad,
I don't know about 2 bad. Eric Fisher, he wasn't what people thought he was going to be coming out of Cincinnati.
No.
He wasn't the absolute mauler, but he's been solid and he's protected.
But I think you get Liam Eichenberg and...
You can pair him with Mitchell Schwartz, have 2 good tackles. I haven't taken Eric Stokes out of Georgia. You can't go wrong with a Georgia corner, really. You can't go wrong with a Georgia defensive player, unless his name's Leonard Floyd. But...
every year is a new set of circumstances,
Outside.
Eric Stokes, I think, is going to be a beast. I really do.
And they got the guy that they stole from the Packers out there playing corner. This guy's going to help. So, yeah.
All right, pick 31.
Dear Jesus, I can't believe you had him falling this far.
New Orleans Saints get their successor to Drew Brees in the form of Trey Hill's clone. Isn't that his name?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
He don't run like Taysom Hill did. Taysom Hill runs like a fullback.
I understand that. Taysom Hill and Trey Lance. Sky's the limit. Big time boomer bust, but when you're the New Orleans Saints, you kind of bought that right to take a chance, and I think they take a chance, and I think it pays off for them.
Yeah.
I think the kid's going to turn into a better than solid quarterback.
I don't. I think I had Lawrence Fields, the kid from BYU, then him, and Kyle Trask already gone, and I don't know if Mac Jones. I don't know if you want to take him at 31. But I'm going Nick Bolton.
Well, I think what you got is you got your top 15 picks in quarterbacks, and that's Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think you got a big drop off, and you have your Trey Lance, Kyle Trask, Mac Jones. I'm high on Mac Jones, and not a lot of people are. I think Mac Jones is going to be very good NFL quarterback, but I don't see first round talent.
Yeah, Derek Carr, he ended up falling to the second round in his draft. He's been solid, but I could see him going Mac Jones here, specifically because they play in a dome and his arm strength won't be a big deal. He's got a great deep ball, but he doesn't have a strong arm. There's a difference.
He's, in my opinion, him and Trevor Lawrence have the prettiest deep ball.
Yeah.
But it's not about pretty. It's about results. I mean,
if there's a team that Mac Jones can go to and be like really successful and have an all-pro career, it's New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ben throws an ugly deep ball, but it works.
Big Ben plays ugly. He plays like if you took your left tackle and put him at quarterback.
It's ugly to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he has no change from day one to now. But yeah, Nick Bolton, I think he's going to be a really good linebacker. I think he's a second-round value taken at the end of the first round, but most of the time you're getting second-round talent at the end of the first round.
Maybe.
And I just think Nick Bolton, he's going to be a solid middle linebacker for a long time now. You can put him there with Demario Davis, and I don't know if do you think is Quan Alexander?
I think they'll let Quan go.
Is his contract up? I don't know if his contract's up or not. But even with Quan, you put him back there with Quan, got elite linebacking core in my opinion.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified every time we put a new video out.
Thanks for watching and everything he said. Selena, go!